What's up, guys? This is Frank M Tech here, and I'm going to talk to you about both of my scanners, my Snap-on Verus Edge and my Matco Maximus 2.0. And I'm going to tell you the difference between them and what I think about them. So here we go. What's up, guys? I'm going to talk about both of my scanners that I have here. My Snap-on Verus Edge and my Matco Maximus 2.0. These are both of my scanners, and I figured I'll talk about my scanners because a lot of people are looking about scanners, which one is the best, why they should buy it. So basically this is going to be my interpretation of the scanners because these are both mine and I use them both almost every single day. Alright, you can say, let's start out with the wireless. Both of them, they both have wireless. The Matco Maximus 2.0, this is the wireless that you use to hook up to the car, and that's all it is. It's hooked up between Bluetooth, and that's all you need to hook up the wireless. Snap-on the other hand, they have this bulky, but it works with the wireless. This is the wireless. They get rid of all the keys and everything else, and this is the basically that's the wireless part of Snap-on. All right. Other things that I like about both of them, you can actually, let's say if I hook up a vehicle here, I can actually walk away from the vehicle with the scanner still hooked up and still check it out. I can actually go into my office and still check them out, and you can have them doing both of these. So they're both wireless, both hooked up to the internet, and they both work great, and they're both almost the same exact size. Alright? The only thing with the Snap-on, this one has a little stand in the back. I have something holding up the Matco one, and they don't have a stand to hold this up. So I can actually use the stand on the Snap-on one to hook up on the steering wheel if I have to, if I'm working inside the vehicle. Alright? Difference between them. I can tell you this right now, there's a whole bunch of stuff different between them. Alright? First thing I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the difference that I noticed right off the bat. Alright? Vehicle comes in. The vehicle, it's a Saab that comes in. Alright? Just for the hell of it, I pull this out, and Saab is in this program. You can actually find Saab here. You can actually get into Saab. You can get into the software and everything else and check a Saab. Alright? Snap-on. I'm updated to the T. I'm updated up to date right now with this scanner right now as we speak. Okay? Does not have Saab software in there. So I cannot check that Saab whatsoever with this scanner. So I'll jump into the launch. Well, actually the Maximus 2.0, they have the Saab software, so I can check out the check engine light and whatever else that I need to check. Alright? If the Saab is a GM product, as you could say, because GM bought Saab at one point, alright? This, I can actually trick it. I can trick the Snap-on scanner to make believe that Saab is a GM, and I can make it go in there and I can actually check it. I do have a, I think it's a Saab 9X or 9.5 or X5. Well, it's an SUV, basically it's a GMC Envoy, and I can actually trick it to think it's an Envoy, and it'll see it as an Envoy, and I can actually check it because it's got GM software. This one is basically I use the Saab software so I can check it out with the Saab software. That's one thing that I noticed right off the back when I had the Saab in here. Snap-on doesn't have the Saab in the actual software. Matco does, okay? Another thing I do notice too, and I'm going to tell you right off the back. Oh, and I just wanted to let you know, if you guys got the Zeus, look and find out if you have a Saab software. You probably don't have. If I don't have it, you don't have it. That's basically, that's how it's going to end up being. Just to let you guys know. Alright? Don't be spending so much money on the damn scanner. Alright? Another thing I can tell you right off the back that this one does and this one doesn't, I can have XLR, Cadillac XLR with a rooftop module. I cannot see it with the Snap-on, which is very surprising with me. All the money we spend, or I spent on the scanner and the software updates and everything else, especially with the wireless. Okay, the Matco Maximus 2.0, I know it's GM. I can go in with this. Well, this does all vehicles, GM, domestic, imports, and Europeans. It does all this. This scanner doesn't, okay? So, like, back to the story. The XLR, the software for the rooftop module, I cannot see it with the Snap-on. I have to use my launch or my Maximus 2.0 to actually see the rooftop module and all the sensors and all the all basically everything I need to see with the rooftop module, and I can do it with the Maximus 2.0. And that's one thing I can tell you right off the back is really different also. Okay, price wise it's gonna be completely different. You're kind of gonna end up spending more on the Snap-on than you're gonna do on the Maximus 2.0. Reason being, all right, there's gonna be two things right off the bat. Okay, this one has a scope. This one has a 4-channel scope. This one does not have a 4-channel scope, and this does not have a scope. Period. You can buy a scope for this. Snap-on, not Snap-on, Matco do have an option to buy the scope, or you can actually go through launch to buy their scope to use with this actual with the scanner. This one does have the scope for this. Okay, that's number one. Software. They're both different softwares. Snap-on is going to give you a lot more information about the how you can say the code. The Matco does also, but it goes through Google. Snap-on has their own software, Quick Connect. You can check all the stuff with the scanner, and also you can actually check sensor information. You can check all the other stuff. Okay, just so you guys let you know, you're buying Snap-on, you're buying all the information. That is why it is so expensive. You're buying the 4-channel scope, you're buying all their information they put in the scanner itself. You got a little bit more, how you can say, information in this scanner that you have in this scanner. But you have to understand, all the information you get from anywhere in reality, from Snap-on, Matco, all data, anywhere, make sure all the information is right. Sometimes it will steer you wrong with some information, especially Quick Connect and anything else like Identifix and whatnot. Some stuff is on point, but other stuff is always going to be right. Other stuff is going to be wrong. Okay, you just got to remember, you can have 100 problems. You can have, let's say, 100 problems with the same vehicle. You can have that just one problem that's not the same as these other 100 ones. All right, even though it has the same symptoms. All right. Information that you actually getting from Snap-on, you're basically paying for that. That is why the Snap-on is a lot more expensive than the Matco. The information that you get in this is a tool that definitely gives you a lot of information. Gives you component tests. It gives you graphs. It gives you information on the actual sensor itself, how it works and whatnot. That's actually pretty good, but sometimes I do forget how stuff works. Sometimes I have to go back and figure out how the sensor works or which way it works, because I'm not 100% remember everything. I do remember some stuff, not everything. Okay, so I do go back into information and figure out how does the sensor work. And let's say if there's more than one sensor is wrong, I will actually read up on the sensor through here, if not through all my data. All right, and that is completely different from these two. You're getting a lot more information that you have here than you have here, which is not bad. They got Google right through this. Okay, you have to understand, you're going to be spending some money on the Snap-on versus the Matco. All right, even though you're not going to get the XLR rooftop module software in this, or a Saab software in this, you're not going to get it, even though you spend so much money. But you definitely are going to get all that stuff here. All right, guys. So you know there's completely different info, and how everything works is all touchscreen. That's how everything works on either one. They both work as a touchscreen. Another thing I can tell you right off the back, which is a little bit more difference between both of these, if you do live data on the screen itself, the Snap-on is going to be a little bit more faster than the Matco one. Just to give you an idea with O2 sensors, if you want to look at O2 sensors, take it for a ride, you can see the sensors, you can both see the graphs, you can both see everything. The only thing is, you're going to notice that the Snap-on is a little bit more faster than the Matco, even though you get the same exact information. Alright, that's another thing I noticed between both of them. If I had to see an O2 sensor or any wheel speed sensor, I'd rather watch it on the Snap-on than I do on the Matco, because I'd rather see it a little bit more faster. Alright, that's another thing I can tell you right off the back is different between both of them. Okay, both of them got different updates, and that's another thing I would like to talk to you about updates. Alright, updates. Alright, I don't know how I can really explain this because it's completely different. Alright, Snap-on, they got different updates. It can cost you about $1,000 to $1,900 depending. Alright, if you skip a update, you're still gonna have to pay for that update that you skipped. I know that happened to me. I'm just relating that to you. Some people tell me that they didn't need to do that. I know I had to do that with the last Snap-on guy. I don't know about this new Snap-on guy. It might be a little bit different. All right. With the new Snap-on scanners, they do have subscriptions, so you can actually buy the subscription. It's a lot more cheaper in the long run. In the whole year, you probably get a whole bunch of different updates right off the bat, really quickly. And the other thing too, when you do get updates, you gotta get update for the scanner and the wireless now. So once you get an update, they both have to be updated together, and they have to be synced together. All right, and it's gonna cost you about $1,000. All right. Update on the Matco Maximus 2.0. Update is on this is a lot cheaper than this one right off the bat. Okay, update on this is gonna cost you about $800. Okay, since I got it through Matco, I bought my update through Matco, so it's $800. If you buy your launch pad, I think this is what it is, a launch pad or launch pad 2. I think it's the same exact thing as this. If you buy your launch from the internet or how you call it, from Amazon, that's another thing too. I'll put a link below on the description below on this video, so you can see the launch pad, and I'll let you know what I'm talking about with what this. Basically, you can buy this a lot cheaper through launch, but I prefer to get into Matco to, you know, I got a warranty. Anything goes wrong, I have my Matco guy there personally. I have a real person I can talk to with my problems. So okay, so software. Back to the software information. Software basically is going to cost you $800 through Matco, but if you buy through launch, I think it's going to be $100 cheaper. I could be wrong on that, and I could be definitely completely wrong on that one. But I just let you know, I paid about $800 for the update on this one. Okay, $1,000 versus $800. Another thing too, if you miss update on the Snap-on, like I was telling you before, you have to pay for that missing software. On this, you can miss all the updates all you want. Once you pay that, let's say if I missed 3 years of updates and I want to update it in the 4th year, they don't bang me over the head for the missing update. They'll pay, I just have to pay that $1-800 update. I get the card. There's a card that comes with this, and it syncs to your scanner, or you can sync it yourself to the scanner itself. When I bought it through the Matco, when I bought the update, it actually sunk really quick, or now it actually synced to this completely really quick. As soon as I put in to do update and update it real quick, I already knew that I already had the update in my hand. Okay, and if I miss 3 years, I don't get banged over the head, and I get all the updates that I missed plus whatever I have in those 3 years. That is the two things that's different with the updates. All right, the way to get updated is completely different. I can buy the card for the update, and I can do the update right off the back, and you can do it on the screen. Or once you buy it from your Matco dealer, from your update, it'll be updated automatically, and you just gotta press in the update. All right. Another thing with this one, the update, the way this one updates, you have to give it to your Snap-on dealer, and he updates both of them, the wireless and the scanner itself together. All right. So basically, that's all I can think of difference between both of the scanners. I like them both. Just to give you a heads up, I do like them both. I do use them a lot both. I use this a lot with Europeans and imports, and I use this a lot with domestic and some imports. Not all, but some imports, I definitely go back to this one. If I have, like I said before, if I have to look at sensors or read sensors or whatnot, I'd rather go into this one. If I have to diag a sensor and look it through how you can say a graph or anything, I use the scope off of this one. All right, I do use them both. Like I said, I do like them both. How you can say, without this one, I use this one, and without I'm not using this one, I use this one. I use them both. Sometimes it's to a point where I use this one as a scanner, this one as a scope, both together in the same vehicle. Okay. Just to give you guys a heads up that I do spend a bunch of money for my diagnostic tools, because I am the only one working here, and I need the information, and the information is growing every 6 months, is a lot new information coming out there, so I have to be up to date. Especially all the vehicles that I work on. I work on a bunch of vehicles, man. I work on Mercedes, I work on BMWs, I work on Porsches, I work on Hyundais, Hondas, Fords, Chevys, Dodges, on anything and everything basically. So I have to be up to date on most of the stuff. And I'm gonna start doing a video on this scanner, then I'm gonna do another video on this scanner. Plus I got a TPMS sensor, which is a little tiny handheld scanner, and I'm gonna show you how that works. I also got a tablet with all my ALLDATA stuff, and I'm probably gonna end up showing you those too. All right, guys. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, and I'll answer whatever I can. That's basically the difference between what I think, what I like about these scanners, and how I use these scanners. All right, guys. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the alert button, and once you do hit the alert button, you're gonna get all my notifications every time I take out a video. All right, guys. So peace out, and I'll talk to you later.